Hello and welcome back to Retro Coffee Shop menu help video. This is chapter 2, editing the file in Adobe Illustrator. In this chapter we'll see how to edit the basic components of the template like text and colors. So let's get started. First and foremost, let's open up the Adobe Illustrator. All the templates are optimized for the minimum version of CS5. If you have newer versions, you won't have any issues following this tutorial. And for the purposes of this tutorial, we'll be working in Illustrator CS5. Okay, first of all, let's open up the file. We can open it through File, Open. Use the keyboard shortcut Control O, or simply, if you're working like me in Windows, just simply drag your file directly to the Illustrator work area and it will open up. Okay, once it's opened up, you'll see we have 4 pages here. We basically have the cover pages and the inside pages. Now, you can add your pages to this template. So just simply duplicate these artboards. The way to do that would be to go to Artboards, simply select page 1 and 2 and duplicate them. Make sure to put these pages before cover back, and you can name them, let's say, we can go here to Artboard and we can name them, for instance, page 3, and then we're gonna go here and name them page 4, etc, etc. Now, when it comes to BiFold brochures, what you need to know is that you need a number of pages that you can divide by 4. So let's say you want to add 2 more pages. It won't end up well, so you'll need to add 4 pages. You'll always add 4 pages because that's once 2 pages equals 4 pages equals 1 spread on printed both sides. So make sure you have the right number. Remember, when it comes to bifolds, the good rule of thumb is that you need the number of pages that you can divide by 4 and get the whole number. Everything can be divided by 4, but of course you need the whole number. Okay, let me just delete those pages 3 and 4 so they don't confuse us. Okay, now let's start with editing the colors. As you can see, all the colors here in the template have this little white triangle on the bottom. What that means is that these colors are global colors, so you won't need to go and individually select each and every object in order to change the color. What you need to do is double click on this color, add your own. We're going to make something that you can really see. If we check the preview button, we can see the previews that are going to be applied, and we click OK, and voila, we have the colors changed. So basically we can do that for all of the colors. Okay, now let's make something that we can see when we work here. I'm just gonna put it yellowish. And as you can see, while I'm doing these changes, if I have my preview button checked, I can see the changes, the immediate changes here. Okay, so yes, this looks terrible, but for the purposes of tutorial, it's better to see all those different elements. Let's make something like this, so you can see basically all the different elements here. And we have one more, so let's change it to something more visible. Okay, and voila, we have changed the entire template color scheme. So this is a really bad color scheme, but like I said, for purposes of tutorial, I like to have people actually see the changes, and the more heinous the combination is, the better. Okay, now that one is settled. Now if you want to change individual elements, like for instance you want to change this into dark pink or something else, just click on the element and then select the color you want to change it with. I strongly recommend, if you're going to use new colors in this template, when you create color, let's create something, again, something we can see. Let's say this is the color you want to create. Go here to the color panel, and here, let me just move this so you can see the whole process. Right here is this little triangle. Select create new swatch, and once it's open up, make sure to select that the global color is checked. So in that case, once you change your colors, let's say we want to change this, and let's say you make some changes, I don't know, here, and then you go back and you're like, maybe I want to change it to something a little bit darker. You don't have to go through the entire process of selecting all the colors, but you can just simply then change it here through the global color palette. Okay, and voila, we have all those changes. One good shortcut, if you don't want to work with global colors, is the way to select all the colors, all the objects of the same color. Select one object, go to select, same, fill color, and it will select all the objects, texts and graphics with the same color. So that's a good rule of thumb. Select, same, fill color. Okay, that's it when it comes to editing the colors. Now let's talk about editing the text. There are three different ways of selecting the text. We can go to Type tool, select it, and once you hover over the editable text, it will change. So you see the change in cursor. Let me see this. Yeah. Now the other way is simply select T on your keyboard, and that basically this is a shortcut to selecting a type tool here. Or let me go here. You can double click on your text and then select the text you want. Okay. Now this text has been edited with something that is called character styles. If you don't see character styles here, go to Window, Type, and then you have character styles and paragraph styles. So I'm sorry, in this particular instance it's the paragraph styles that have been selected. Now the good way, of course you can go and manually change each and every text. So we selected and we just type in our own name, and you can do that individually. You go from text to text to text. But if you want to change the format of the text, you select the text that you're interested in, and you can see here in paragraph styles, that's during title L. That means for the left side. And what that means is that I have applied all different characters from all different options for this character style. And if we check the preview button here, you can see when I make changes, they instantaneously apply to all of these, all the text that has been edited with this type of paragraph style. So we have I have edited something like basic character formats, advanced character formats, we have the indents and spacing, we have the tabs, we have the composition, hyphenation, all the different stuff has been created in here. So you can also change character color from here, but I suggest you do that from the swatches panel. It's easier. Okay. We have different types of paragraph styles, from the drink titles to drink descriptions. Again, double click on it and here you can see all the different changes. You can, for instance, change the type, the font family, font style. Let's make it light italic, but we're just going to make it bigger, etc, etc. This is really good if you want to change the style of the text and you don't want to go through the text individually. So there are, as you can see, there are cover subtitles, there is a cover title, page chapters, page sections. These are page chapters, these are page descriptions. Basically you can see which element belongs to what paragraph style through this. If you click on the element you're interested in, it will highlight here in the paragraph style section. Okay, it's very simple and easy to change a lot of the text in this way. One more thing, like I said, I have edited this through the paragraph styles. So here's a little shortcut. Let's say we want to change the text. We have smart shot. Now I'm going to press tab and now I'm going to press the price. Okay, type in the price and voila. See, you don't have to type in those little dots. And if you want to change this from, let's say, dots to be some other element, we go to tabs and we're going to select this little arrow, which is the ending. And as you can see, I have this symbol here, so let me change it to, let's say, X and space, and voila, we've changed it. So if you want to change the little dots, you go to the title, drink title, we go to tabs, select this little arrow here, which is this is the ending, this is the place where the text will go to, and here in Ledger just simply select your own symbol. If you just leave the dot, it will make the dots one next to another. You can do a dot then space, and then it will spread them out a little bit, and voila. If you have your text in some kind of word processor like Microsoft Word or Notepad or something, make sure that you create the same text style. So you type the name, tab, price, name, tab, price, name, tab, price. It's simple as it goes. So we go enter and we're going to shooting range tab, and I'm gonna make it $8. Okay, and you just continue till you get all the elements set up. Of course, you can discount this and you can do everything manually. This is just going to save you some time. Okay, and that was it when it comes to editing the text and the colors of the template. Now, let's say this is what we have decided that we want to print, and this is the side we want to print. Make sure when you open up your document setup that the bleed is set up. It is set up by default at 5 millimeters. You can call your printer and ask them if they need the bleed to be smaller. It's not going to be bigger than 5 millimeters. Okay, so we have all this set up. We now go to, first of all, let's save this edited version. So we're going to save as, and I'm just going to add here tutorial. You can call it edited, changed, whatever you want. We save the file in the native Illustrator version. And now for the version that we're going to send to be printed, we need to add one more step. We go to select object and then select text objects. So now once you have selected all the text object, go to type, create outlines. And now all this text has been converted to outlines, basically objects. It's no longer editable. You can't change any text. That's why we have saved this version first with the editable text. And now we're going to save it again. Save as, print. And voila. We save it for printing, and then when you send this to be printed, there won't be any accidental mistakes, no text will be moved, nothing will be erased. This is a very important step because when you send this to be printed, your printer service may not have the same fonts you have or the same fonts you have used in this template. So just to make sure there are no mistakes, there are no returns, you convert all the text to the outlines and then save it as a new file, a file for printing, and you can send it to be printed. Okay, that was it for chapter 2, editing the file in Adobe Illustrator. If you have any questions, any issues, please don't hesitate to contact me. I'll try to respond as soon as possible. Thank you for watching this tutorial. See you in the next one. Bye.